We should just talk to the click the entire time.
Oh my good. Let's turn off the audio monitoring.
Oh, I am. I'm checking levels and shit.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone
I'm just gonna even out all of the audio.
Sever
All right,
my
well-
vas deferens.
Hey, you dirty.
Sever my vas deferens.
Do any of us have a vasectomy here?
No,
I don't.
I'm going to get one.
You're
I'm
going
not
to get
joking
one?
about that. I'm going to
Are
get
you
one
getting a
this year.
vasectomy?
I was thinking about it.
Like recently?
I'm going to be the
I
second
don't
person
know
in
if
my
I'm gonna
band to
do
get
it.
one.
I don't know if I'm
gonna
gonna do it now, but like probably later.
Nah, I'll just keep making them and then cutting them out.
You're crazy, dog.
I don't know if you need to turn this up.
No,
I'm looking mighty small up there,
as long as
much
you're,
like in real life.
as long as you're coming in.
Hang on, wait.
It's fine.
As long as I'm... That new fucking Say Anything song about cum sucks.
I've not
Dude.
listened to it.
That shit,
I've not
that
listened
shit
to
is
it.
AIDS.
I think
I almost-
iVibrator is worse.
Yeah,
But-
musically that song is worse. They should all be destroyed.
is-
They should all be
is-
destroyed.
I like that we're both
Hey,
looking
check this
at
out.
I'm going to sit next to Tom. Closer to Tom. There we go.
No, don't sit closer to Tom because you'll pick up on Tom's mic a lot.
No, Ian's got a 7B. It's fine.
It's okay.
No. Ian's
Cheers.
voice will pick up on Tom's mic as well.
I meant to bring a 7B with me, and I
And there's
forgot.
going to be bleed regardless, but I'd like to mitigate
Yeah.
that as
Yeah,
much as
sure.
possible.
Dude, it'd be awesome to have three microphones in here that are all worth more than our net worth.
This one is worth more than my net worth currently.
This one is not. I
sick.
think it was like $80.
This one, if you look at my tax return,
Mm.
is more than my net worth.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, don't fucking come for me.
Well, hey, chat. Welcome back to This Ain't a Scene, It's a Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dawson, and I possess the he, him pronouns. And today's a special episode because in addition to my co-host,
Yeah. We brought two other cis guys.
there are two other guys here.
And two fan favorites.
Two fan favorites, yeah.
Neither of you are Maddie, but one of you can pretend, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Maddie sounds like.
Whoa, dude!
I probably look the most like Maddie, right? I've got hair like that comes down to here.
You got hair. You're
I've got glasses.
half
I think
of
Maddie
you
would
isn't.
get mad if I said we have the same soul.
You two do have the same
We
soul.
beat in here.
That's awesome.
God, my ribs. Oh shit.
Why did you do
You're just
that?
imitating
They're already
Caesar from
bruised.
Planet of the
They're
Apes.
literally already bruised.
What, from the wedding?
No.
Tom was doing the apes together
didn't-
strong thing.
Apes
You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, that might be why they were bruised. It's just me fucking walking around going, "I'm monkey," and then hitting myself.
Stop hitting yourself.
I can't. That's what my therapist says too.
Whoa.
Dang, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Joshua Riley and Tom Lovejoy.
Boom.
Joining us in the room in all
Ian,
of our four separate
I didn't know if you would actually show up, so I didn't tell either of them you were coming. I just didn't want to get our hopes up.
No, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I saw a
this
fourth
is-
chair, and I was like, "Oh, a relative died, and he misses them, so he keeps bringing the chair. He keeps setting the table."
It's kind of like what happened last time. Do you
Yeah.
know about that story?
No.
Okay.
The
What
last
happened?
3 times before this that we've had Ian scheduled to be on the podcast, he
Yeah.
did not come.
Did you let them know, or did you guys just see?
I
Well,
told
one
him I was on the way.
Yeah, you
He
definitely.
told us he was
Damn,
on the way.
I say
and
this with nothing but love. Fuck you.
he was like, "I'm on the way," and then he texted us like an hour later. I just woke up.
He's like, sorry guys, just woke up.
That really did happen.
Yeah,
My wife-
maybe you do need to get a vasectomy.
That's why I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm severing my vas deferens.
Mm.
You know when Brooks did that? We were on the phone with Scott, and he was like, "Scott, I just severed my vas deferens," and Scott had the quickest reply to that. Scott
What
was
was it?
like, "Yeah, there's about to be a vas deferens between you and me, buddy."
Wow.
It was kind of sick.
Holy shit!
That's
It
crazy.
was pretty
We're
good.
talking about Scott Siegel, Boy Wonder.
Yeah, Scott Siegel.
Scott
Metal Boy
Siegel.
Wonder.
That guy's moving in with me.
I know. I was talking to him about that today.
That's crazy.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Tall Scott.
He's not that tall.
I was gonna say,
Compared to you, no. Compared to me, yeah.
Yeah,
Scott's
you don't
not
get to
taller
make
than
judgments
you.
on who is and isn't tall.
I can.
Fuck, he's right. I had never thought of
shit.
it like that.
wait, do you get to make judgments on if I'm tall? Like, does that work that way?
Yeah, I guess.
Because you're like an inch taller than me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Ian tall?
Yeah.
Am I tall?
Cool.
Anyway, guys, the song.
I'm not tall, but I'm fierce.
I'm not tall, but I have a great personality.
And that's why you're the most like Maddie.
Because I'm also fierce.
Because you're also
you're not
fierce,
tall.
yeah.
Right on, Maddie. When you hear this,
Didn't
Maddie doesn't
y'all
listen to
argued?
this
Y'all
fucking show.
argued about Maddie's height one time on here. I remember that.
No, Maddie just thinks she's taller than she is.
Yeah.
She thought she was the
How
tallest.
tall is she?
Like 5'6".
Okay, so she's a little higher,
She's
a little taller
taller
than the
than that.
average female height.
Yeah, sure.
I'd say she's like probably 5'7" on a good
Mhm.
day.
Kelsey's
Yeah.
5'4", and she always like.
She's not having a whole lot of those. Am I right though?
Yeah, she's so short.
Because of her period.
That's so stupid.
chat, clip that.
That's why.
Chat real quick.
Chat. My live stream chat that is currently listening, clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that out of context and send it to Maddie on Twitter.
Everybody,
be thrilled.
everybody send it to Maddie.
That's the only way.
I love Maddie.
Everybody run at Maddie as fast as you can.
Yeah. We
Everybody
did-
run at Maddie in the dark at full speed.
You and I very genuinely ran at each other full speed the
Oh yeah,
last
there's a
time you were
great
over.
video of
Oh, I've
me
seen it,
starting at
yeah.
the door, him starting there and running into each other at full speed.
It's awesome.
It was awesome.
It was sick.
It's a great
Yeah.
video.
It didn't hurt that bad either, I don't think.
No, it didn't even hurt when I hit the ground.
No.
You fucking wrecked
no.
me.
No. It's Tom's birthday in a few days.
That's
Oh,
true.
shit.
I'm gonna be the even
400.
older
Yeah.
person you've ever met.
Yeah.
By the time this episode comes out, it will be Tom's birthday
My-
in 2 days.
It will be my birthday, and you know what they say about your 34th birthday? You
It's
don't
not
have
your
enough
34th.
fingers to count to 34.
Oh,
I
They do
guess.
say that.
They do.
They
say
do
that.
say
How old
that.
are
They
you?
have said that.
31 as of last month, or as of this month. Damn, it's still April.
Well, let me tell you, brother, it only gets worse from there.
It only gets worse from
Your
here.
organs are
goddamn it.
about to start giving themselves new names. One of them's gonna be Craig. One
Oh,
of them's
they
gonna
are.
be Craig from Halo Infinite. The monkey.
Oh God.
I had something for that, and I lost. it.
Yeah, I made a very similar joke to my doctor the other day.
What did your
I don't.
doctor
I'm
think
trying to
about that?
remember exactly.
Were you
what
also
I,
getting a vasectomy?
No, but I think I did. I think I was saying like, yeah, and and this thing about my dick, probably. she's retiring, and so we were discussing going.
Are
to
you
like,
the reason she's retiring?
Is your dick the
let's
reason
see.
she's
She actually,
retiring?
we discussed the shoulder injury that I have.
Because
And-
you're 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Because military bros don't like me. Yeah.
Oh.
So we were discussing this injury that I've been trying to get resolved for 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "See, this is why I'm fucking retiring
Mm.
because
Oh,
of like
okay.
insurance and like claims and all this and that and how hard it is." So
Yeah.
to some extent, I am the reason, but
I
yeah, I'm pretty sure at some point I said something about Craig
Mm.
in Halo Infinite, and she's like, "I'm 68." I was like, "Whoa, I'm half that, literally." Whoa.
I am 68 years old.
I'm 68. You know what that means? In 1 year, you and me are gonna 69. You old hag.
In 1 year from now, that's gonna happen.
1
Is that
year from
Barnacle
now,
Boy-
check
that's
under the
Barnacle
bed.
Boy's age, right? That's his
Barnacle
canonical-
Boy?
Yeah.
68?
Yeah, I think
Was
he
he
says
69?
he's like I'm 68 years old and I want a Krabby Patty. 'Cause they wouldn't let him, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He says
I
I'm
got you.
68 years old.
Mermaid
Is there an
Man was
age
trying to
limit on
get him,
Krabby
like-
Patties?
Krabby Patty Jr. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Mermaid Man was trying to get him the kids meal, basically.
I'm so old. I've
Wow.
got what is it? Like hairs growing out of the liver spots on my liver spots, something like that.
As someone who works at a restaurant with a kids menu, I will say old people love ordering tiny little food.
Yeah.
Yo,
They're,
straight
they're
up.
just not as hungry.
Old
they're just
people
not
love
as
it.
hungry.
I know people my age and younger that are all about the kids menu now.
Yeah, my wife is too. She's all about like. I mean, really, it's like save money, eat like pretty much all the food you're gonna eat.
Your
Save
wife's
money, live
13
better.
though.
Oh right, never mind.
Oh, so your wife is
Oh,
the youngest
shit.
person you've ever
Your
met.
child
That's
bride,
crazy.
yeah.
I did meet her
Yo,
when she was
that's
13.
nuts.
Fun fact. Yeah,
But you were also 13.
I was also 13.
Yeah, we should.
Always
To
important
clarify that.
to clarify.
She is older than me.
Always.
Never leave a single detail out,
Yes.
I'm
unless
so
the detail will get you canceled.
Mhm.
I'm
Mm.
so drained.
I made a similar
I
joke like
don't-
that at my wedding, though. I said I slept with a 16-year-old once. I was just also 16.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Brave.
Did you
Yeah.
say that at your wedding?
Not like in public, but to a group
Oh,
of
I
friends
was
at my
like-
wedding. You were there.
I
you
was
were
fucking there.
Yo,
That
imagine
was
in
your vows.
your
Part of
vows.
your vows is a fucking is that joke.
While
That'd
we're
be
here,
crazy.
I have something to tell you. I slept with a 16-year-old. I was also 16.
I was like newly 16. It was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I slept with a 23-year-old. I was also 23.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I
Whoa.
would have never guessed.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I killed 50 men.
In the military.
I killed 50 men.
I killed.
In a secret operation in the Horn of Africa. No one's supposed to know about it.
And here I am talking about
Here I am. Every day I live with their demons. I don't have any shins.
it.
All right. Well, the
No
two of
shins,
you.
really.
It's Hank's dad from King of the Hill.
Oh yeah.
He
Mhm.
killed 50
Oh yeah,
men.
that's
Cotton
right.
Hill.
That's right. Yeah. And that's why he's short. I forgot.
I
about
just
that.
watched the episode where he dies. It's
Mm.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because Peggy's roasting him about how terrible of a human he is. She's like, I hope you live forever. And he goes, do you now? And then just dies. It's like a fuck you. It's fucking amazing.
That's how I want
Let's
to
hear
go
it
out.
for
I love that his
Cotton
eyes are just dots.
Hill. Say
They
what?
just- I love that his eyes are just dots.
Yeah.
They didn't even need to design the whites of his eyes. It's nice.
Mhm.
I think
Doesn't
that's
have any.
sick.
It's a good design.
I love meeting people whose eyes are dots.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Mostly dogs.
It's a little.
I love meeting people
met a
who don't have
person-
whites of their eyes.
I met a person who didn't have any whites in their eyes one time.
Oh,
What?
That's crazy.
Were they wearing
frightening.
contacts?
No,
Oh, did they have that?
Were they an
dye
asshole?
thing?
They sound like a fucking asshole.
No,
Were they
it-
a dog?
it was just I was at the store, and I walked up to the cashier, and the cashier was like, "Hey, look behind you. There's a guy with no whites in his eyes behind you." And I was like, "Holy shit!"
No cashier
that guy
should try
went-
to
He
bond with
wasn't.
me like that.
He wasn't one of those like 5-finger death punch guys who got his like whites dyed or whatever.
No.
Okay.
I looked into his eyes, and
Did one of the members of Five Finger Death Punch do that?
No, but a lot of the people who listen to them do.
yeah.
They're like the people who listen to Motivane who've got like orange instead of whites in their eyes. They've got like holes like
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, mutters.
Yeah.
Yo.
Veinies.
Motherfuckers.
You're a
Listeners,
motherfucker.
If you listen to Five Finger Death Punch, I gotta ask you why.
Did you listen to Leg Meat Man's offer?
What was that?
Did you listen to Leg Meat Man's
Nope.
offer? Did you listen to Leg Meat Man's offer?
I
the
still I
fuck
don't know
are
what
you
the
saying?
fuck that is.
I have something to show you. The three of you after the podcast.
Okay.
I'm so drained that I'm like, I do not know how funny I'm going to be, which it's a good thing the two of you are here
Drain
to
gang.
make this podcast.
Good thing it's
Yeah.
wacky
Good
tacky
thing-
tie
yeah.
day.
Good thing 2 men in their
And I
30s
love-
are here to offset
right.
the lack of humor.
Yeah. Yeah. With no formal training. We haven't even mentioned Fall Out Boy once.
Well, now we have.
Oh, I thought it was the fall of Troy.
Oh.
Oh, this is that band Fall Out
Dawson,
Troy.
cut this out. I thought they were going
Dawson, cut this out. Sorry. All right. Anyway,
I'm texting Carson so that I remember to cut that out.
to. Yeah, I've
that.
done that a lot recently. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
who's the guy on Rogan, the assistant? Yeah,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, kill yourself. Jamie, do me a favor, tie a noose to a tree and then put your neck through it. Go ahead,
Whoa.
Jamie, pull that up.
Whoa.
Stay there for a while.
Stay there.
Stay there for a while.
Kicking.
I got my dad to watch the It's Always Sunny episode where it begins with Frank trying to hang himself.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad thought it was so funny he had to pause it like to make sure he didn't piss himself. Like
I like that Frank is just hanging there for a second
Don't
before he
try to
says anything. He's
stop
like,
me.
"Don't try to stop me!" It's just 0 to 100 immediately.
well, it's Dennis going, "What
Yeah.
the fuck is this?" And then it cut into that, and it was just that.
I
that
like
made my
Dean
dad.
going, "His neck is so thick." It's just they just
Yeah.
continue the cacophony from there. It's good.
Remember how we saw Dune 2 with your dad, and he was
Oh.
sleeping through 2 insane things.
We have not talked about this at all on the podcast.
You want to?
Yeah, let's do it real quick.
We can fast forward through this.
No,
I have not seen Dune 2, just so you know.
Oh, trust me, this
That
doesn't
you're-
spoil
This
the
has
movie in any
nothing
way,
to do
shape,
with
or
Dune
form.
2, baby.
All right.
There was something that 2 were doing. All right, you want to set the stage?
So me and Tom, first of all,
By the way, my
We're
name's
making
Tom.
out.
By
your
the way,
name's Tom.
His name is Tom.
His name is Tom. His favorite number is 4.
And his name is Tom.
I'm an iPad baby.
And he's an iPad baby. That's true. You were laying on
34-year-old iPad.
the floor of my studio with your iPad.
I
in your
literally
fucking
mean
face.
this. Like, you need to give me my iPad so I don't yell. If I don't have my iPad, I start yelling.
You and I had just had a very unfortunate encounter in the mall.
The fucking king of the NPCs, yeah.
Yeah. Different off-pod story. that could stay in. Don't worry.
Okay.
And we met my dad to go see. I met my dad for the first
I
time.
remember that for the first time. He
Yeah.
shook his hand and he shook my balls.
And we went and saw Dune 2. No, it wasn't for the first time. I've met him a couple times.
Hey, what's up? I'm your father.
My dad has media narcolepsy. Like just like
my mom loves
any
that,
movie, any TV show,
yeah. Any entertainment.
any
Yeah.
entertainment makes my dad sleepy.
Yeah.
Any one of my baseball games. Dad.
Whoa.
Sorry. Nah, he was there screaming his little dick off.
And
boy
did it fall off.
did it fall off.
Yes.
He and
need to sever his vas deferens.
He and I were watching the first episode of Three Body Problem the other day, and he fell asleep during the end of that, and I was like rewound it, and I was like, here you go. And then a couple days ago, I went over, and he and my little brother were now 6 episodes into Three Body Problem, and my dad fell asleep at the end of that episode. So my dad does this a lot.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. And then he'll complain about nothing making sense, and I'm like, well, you were asleep for half of it, so
Yeah.
there you go.
How old's your dad again?
53.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Some would say he's all the way there.
Some would hope.
To where?
And then
You don't know?
after that, would you like to set the scene when we're in the theater watching Dune Part 2?
Yeah. So, okay, so we're in the very back.
Mhm.
And this is like opening week. Where like the movie's been out for a week. The movie has been out for not very long. So there are people there.
Right.
There are people
The
there.
theater is by no means
Sizable
packed,
crowd.
but there's a grip of fuckers in this fucking theater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're in the very back, sitting in the center, and it goes from left to right. Carson's dad, Carson. I don't know if you guys know Carson, and then me.
My name's Carson.
His name is Carson.
His
and
name
then
is
there's an
Carson.
empty chair, and then there's a couple.
Okay.
And it's like it's the one at North Point, big reclining seat.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah. If you'd like to triangulate the location of my house,
Yeah.
here's where we were.
We feed you more and
So-
more information every episode.
So the couple sitting here,
5?
and-
No.
and we're like, I'm having a hard time watching this movie at first because I love Dune.
Yeah.
I love the first movie.
Right.
I'm 4 books through the series. I think I'll stop there.
You're a real fan. You're
I
a
love
real
Dune,
fan. Yeah.
But I'm trying to
you
watch
should read the rest past 4.
past 4.
Up to
Yeah.
6.
And I already did Worm God. He was the worm. He did his whole thing.
Up to 6, because those are all Frank's, and then you can just forget the rest of them.
I know I could go up to 6. I just don't fucking know if I feel like hitting the cliffhanger.
That's fair.
And then, yeah, but whatever. Let's get to the part about these people fucking. So, so I'm dealing with two things that make me miss essentially the first half of the movie,
Yes.
which are one, a band that I work with is having a massive problem in Europe where an airline lost everything that they own.
Damn.
Oh.
And we had 12 hours to try to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up taking 6 weeks. But so I'm dealing with that in the moment, just fucking having to be the guy on his phone. Sucks ass. And then about 40 minutes into the movie, there is a sexy moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I look over, and the couple next to me, like, they are fucking in the sauce. They're
Yeah.
making out.
Right.
Mhm.
And this dude is fucking wrist deep in his girl.
Oh.
He is fucking, he is digging
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
He's finding something.
He is, he is.
He's spelunking.
Like it's the first time.
Yo,
Yeah.
these people are definitely, they were there, by the way, they are 27.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is not teenagers. So she's fucking, she's all into it and everything. They're making out. And this goes for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Keep
right?
in mind, I got my best friend and a couple fucking to the right of me. And then on my left, my father
You're sleeping
fast
father.
asleep.
Yo, and this is a loud movie. Shit blows up.
Shit
People
blows up
scream,
constantly.
Yeah.
Like, this man's fucking passed out, and this couple is loudly wet/dry humping
Yeah.
Mhm.
in this fucking theater. So they stop. It goes for like the movie goes, and then 20 minutes later, there is another sexy moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoiler for Dune Part 2.
There's
There
some,
is sexy.
There's some light.
It's got
fuck.
sex.
Oh yeah.
So now they're back,
Nice.
and he is again digging, just hunting
Yeah.
Hunting
Yeah.
through her womb.
Yeah.
Maybe
her
he's
her pants were sand.
Yeah, you know,
and her pussy was spice.
Yeah, and it was coarse. So he's fucking going, and then that round goes for 40 fucking minutes.
Oh my god.
Of them just making out,
making noise
again.
Did you say something to them?
I used to be such an asshole in theaters.
Yeah.
Like if someone was talking,
yeah.
I would confront you. A dude one time when I saw Deadpool 2 on my birthday, he was being really fucking loud, and he was on the top row, and he was in crutches, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up no matter how many times I asked him to.
Broke his other leg?
No, I threw his crutches down the stairs. Like I have been a bad guy in theaters. I have said some shit. I've taken some things.
Was he by himself?
No, he was with his wife. Hopefully
okay,
they're divorced now because he's a fucking bitch. So I told some 9-year-olds to
It'd be
shut
really
up
funny if he
before.
was by himself and he had to like crawl down the stairs to get
He probably did. She didn't look like she could lift him. So
whoa,
fucking that all happens. Whatever. But they keep fucking in this theater until halfway through this 3-hour movie. So for almost a full hour of the movie, they are right fucking next to me. I only know what happened in that movie because I have read the first book so many times and so intently that I didn't need to see it.
Yeah.
But I would have really liked to have fucking seen it.
Yeah.
But all I could do was just sit there and go, "Oh my god!" and then grab Carson and be like, "Dude," hitting up the Greg chat the whole time. You'll never guess what's happening in Dune.
Yeah.
Not Dune. That's
Dune.
not what's happening in Dune.
There's a couple Dune each
There's a
other
couple
next to me.
Duning. He found the Dune in her mound.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very different worm.
Whoa!
Oh, they saw a Gaib in her pussy.
My Arrakis. My pussy.
My Arrakis. Her twat.
You know, I have a similar story from like 2 days ago.
Cool. Fucking tell me.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So I
we have to talk about the song eventually.
It's a good song.
We'll get there.
How many minutes are we in this? We're an hour and 22 minutes.
No,
we are 22 minutes in.
But I went and saw Spider-Man 2 from 2004 in the theater there.
I want to go do these. God damn.
It was so good.
It was amazing.
You know, the moment that the car comes flying through the window, I felt my entire body start to levitate.
Oh yeah, you were 4 when that movie came out.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez,
I've
that's
seen it a
crazy.
bunch because like that was one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
growing up, but I didn't see it in theaters.
Yeah.
And then I saw it in theaters.
I didn't get to see it
That's
in
one of the
theaters
best
either.
No,
That was
it's
pizza
so
time in
good.
theaters.
Dude, everyone lost it.
Yeah,
It was
That's
awesome. But I'm not here to talk about how good the movie was because we all know how good that goddamn movie is.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk about
Arguably Sam Raimi's best.
arguably for sure.
Yeah.
What is the point of going to a movie that hasn't been in theaters for genuinely 20 fucking years and being on your phone the whole fucking time?
What's the point of
What's the
going to
point
a
of
movie and being on your fucking phone, period, motherfucker?
What's the point of going to a movie and being on your phone and like if it's or like it's one thing if like it's a beloved movie like this and you're like taking a little video of like a part that happens. Like I can deal with that, I guess.
Yeah.
But this guy next to me, for one, he walked in and I could immediately tell he smelled really bad. He did not smell good, and I had to sit next to him for 2 hours. So already this guy was not in my good graces because put on some fucking deodorant. He had a full meal of chicken tenders and French fries, and he was dipping it in the sauce, which like just I know that they serve
the whole
food
roast
here,
beast.
but maybe eat before or after the movie or something. Fucker was ravenous. That's neither of those two were the worst sins that he committed. For the first hour of the movie, he would just be on and off his phone for not even like doing anything productive. Like I could see what he was doing. I would turn over and I would make a point to look at his screen so that he would know I was looking at it, and he's just on fucking Instagram. So, and
Can I ask a question about this man's behavior?
what's up?
Did he fuck the person next to him?
He did not do that. He did not come with anyone. It was just him.
I see.
Was he salvaging people in Europe's belongings? I've
He
heard
was
this
not doing
happens.
He was definitely not doing anything productive.
Well, it's not you then.
It was not Tom.
I want to kill this.
His name
fucking
was
guy
not
with a
Tom.
hammer. It's making me so mad.
It gets
about
better.
I believe it.
I
Raging
by
man.
nature, I'm a very anxious human being.
Mhm.
You know, I have been diagnosed with it. I don't like it. So the very thought of like talking to this guy or like confronting him was sending my heart rate through the roof. It was like I had just run a marathon.
Mhm.
And it got to a point where I was like, all right, if he gets on his phone one more time, because it would be like every 2 minutes or something. He would pull out his phone, look at Twitter or Instagram for a few seconds, and then put it back. And I was like, all right, if he gets on his phone one more time, I'm going to lean over and I'm going to say something. So, and then like 2 seconds after I think that in my head, he pulls out his phone again. So I lean over and I go, hey man, could you please stop getting on your phone? And he looks at me like I shot his mother in the face.
Yeah.
And he tried to be like, and I just eyes forward, pointed down. He did not get on his phone the rest of the movie.
That's what you have to
Good.
do.
That's
with
awesome.
people.
That's awesome, Dawson.
It's a
for
good
the
thing
rest
you got
of-
that out of the way so that you guys could
Fuck
fuck.
yeah.
Exactly. For the rest of the movie, he was watching the movie like this with his hand
Oh,
blocking
so he didn't
his
have to
eyes
see
from
you?
me, so he didn't have to look at me.
Oh,
That's
you
awesome.
won.
Dude,
Wow,
that's
Dawson.
awesome.
You own him.
I'm
I
taking
killed him. I
His life's
killed him in
over,
real
dude.
life.
His life is fucking over, dude.
I hope he takes that experience and never gets on his phone again. In
You should
general,
just-
I hope he
I
listens
hope
to this podcast.
I hope he takes that experience and doesn't leave his fucking house. Doesn't sound like he does that often anyway, motherfucker.
Hey,
Yeah.
what do you have in that thing?
Oh, and this condom?
Yeah,
I got a Coke Zero.
That's
a
awesome.
Tall Coke Zero.
that is the tallest.
All Coke Zero. Bert turned me on to these things that
that's
are perfectly sized for a
it's
can of Monster.
For the listeners, it's a Gundam Camelback.
I bought two things that changed my life recently.
Yeah,
One was just a good solid thermos for coffee,
Yeah.
and the other thing is that thing that keeps monster-sized drinks cold.
Can I see it? Which Gundam series is it?
I don't know. Oh, it's just literally that's just a build
nice.
Gundam's like
Yeah.
Gunpla sticker.
I have a third thing that would
An
improve
RX.
your
Oh,
life.
okay. Never. So it's not a. It's
No,
not.
no,
a
I
Gundam
threw
themed
that.
kit.
I just
That's
put
pretty
that on
sick.
there.
That's still pretty sick.
I want one
But
now.
there is a factory in China that will make those however you want them to for a depressingly low amount of money. Anyway,
Oh, custom camelbacks?
yeah, for sure. Oh, he's about to
Oh,
bust
oh,
his own ass.
Oh,
No.
he
Um,
recovered. He recovered.
Speaking of my sleeping father,
Is he texting you?
oh yeah, he's texting me that he's listening to New Low by Nightlife, which is awesome.
Oh,
That's cool.
awesome. Hey Tom, you want to know something crazy?
Hell yeah.
This is a Fallout Boy podcast,
Let's
Today
hear it.
we're talking about the song "America's Sweethearts."
and here's a snippet of it.
And it's
And
over.
just
And
like that, it's
so-
over.
It's all
It's
over.
crazy.
We were all looking at each other to see who was going to do it first. You? Is it you?
Is it you? Is it me?
Uh,
I really truthfully only looked at Dawson because I hear his voice first every time.
So, I assume Ian's going to have a much longer answer to this, so we're asking Tom first.
It might be Tom. You don't know me.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I know.
Sometimes I wish I did not.
Tom,
What's up, brother?
music. Theater.
I love this song. What is your relationship to America's Sweethearts?
Are you digging in this song's pussy during Dune 2?
If right now, if Dune Messiah came out, and I was dating a woman who was
Who
This
was
song
The
personified?
female embodiment of this song.
let's see, what would I do to her? What wouldn't I do to her in Dune? A bunch
the
of shit I
female
couldn't say
em-
on a podcast.
What would you be Dune to her during Dune Messiah?
I would be saying, please suck my dick in this theater, please. We're
Please,
running out
please, in
time.
front of
Obviously.
everybody.
Please, my father's right here. My post-stroke father is right here. Please, all he wants in my life is for you to suck my dick right now. I love this song.
This song is awesome.
I think this
Yeah.
whole every song in this record is almost a 10. You stupid motherfucker.
Did you unplug your mic?
Dude, that's awesome.
Carson.
Uh,
Carson just unplugged his mic.
It's all good.
That's
It's
awesome.
fine.
It
Yeah.
fell over.
This song,
just
this song
fine.
is a 10. This song
Yeah.
was, I think, when the singles came out, I was like, oh, cool. So they did do a song that just does the sugar we're going down thing.
Yeah.
Again, because
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
every record they have a couple of songs that are just in that.
It has
key
the
and use the same lead over and over again, do all that. But I thought this one was cool. There's some cool rhythmic stuff that happens in it. I think lyrically, it's a relatively interesting song.
Mhm.
I think lyrically it's very good.
I was reading the lyrics today and discovered some things about them that I had never thought about before. I heard some harmonies I never heard before.
Yeah.
This whole track bangs, kicks ass. Andy Hurley has some great drum parts in it.
Andy Hurley does have some great. I'm curious what you're saying about the Sugar We're Going Down thing, because I don't.
So there's they have 100 songs that are in
D major.
D major. They have 100 songs that use the exact the lead that's in Sugar We're Going Down. The fucking D major to a sus chord to
It's actually Infinite by a band called Love, but
all that shit. Haven't heard it. Hey, put a breakdown in it, I guess. But that thing. This song's got it. Disloyal Order of Water Buffaloes has it.
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Fucking Hum Hallelujah.
Yeah,
That's the one on that record.
Okay.
Thriller has a section with it.
Nice.
It's just one of the things that they
All
do.
reliable.
One of
All
the tricks that
reliable,
they
yeah.
do.
Mhm.
Why change up the formula when you're making so much money?
Exactly.
Well, maybe they should have, because this one didn't make them much money.
Yeah, this one did not
at
make
first.
them much money.
But yeah, I love this song. I meant to rewatch the video though, and I forgot to watch the video today. I don't think the video is very good for my memory.
I don't remember what it is.
It's very elaborate. It's them playing in a carnival circus situation.
That's right.
Oh.
It's
yeah.
really the aesthetic of the video is like it's very similar to. Do you remember the music video by Anthony Green for Dear Child, where it's like really trippy and like all the animals look like very acid trippy?
Nope.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
It looks like that. Like they all look like cutouts, and then all four members of Fall Out Boy are like different characters from different songs on this record, essentially.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Cassidy
fun.
Pope from Hey Monday's in this video.
Oh, that would be their cameo moment.
Yeah.
That's cool. I did not know that. The only
She's
thing
the
I
girl
can
in that video.
really remember is the yellow suit and top hat that
Yes,
Patrick Stump wears.
I remember
That's cool.
the face.
Sort of Dayman coded
Extremely. He looks like Charlie's Dayman at the end of the play.
at the end of The Nightman Cometh. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
I see.
it's amazing.
My relationship to this song. This is the song that my dad knew I liked this band a lot. I've told this story multiple times on this podcast. My dad knew I liked this band a lot, and this song had come out.
Mhm.
I don't think I understood the concept of new music, and that music could be new. I was pretty young when this came out,
Mhm.
and I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade.
Yeah.
And the song came out. My dad was like, "Have you heard the new Fall Out Boy song?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And he played it for me, and I was like, "Well, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard."
That's
in my
awesome.
life.
That's really cool.
I was in 6th grade.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was in 6th grade. This had just come out as a single,
Mhm.
and I was like, "This is the best song
Mm-hmm.
I've ever heard."
Yeah.
So it's got a special place in my heart for that. Also, the line, "I've got a lot of friends hooked on classic Coke."
Mm-hmm.
My dad, for some reason, like, was very cool with that being a lyric in a song that
Oh, nice.
B was like stoked that I understood what that meant.
Oh,
That's
okay.
awesome.
Oh, so he understood it. He didn't think it was just like
100%.
he didn't think you were talking
Yeah.
about regular Coke.
No,
Okay,
no,
gotcha.
he understood it,
Okay.
and he was like, "That's hilarious," and I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty funny," and he was like, "Well, you know what it means, right?" I was like, "Yeah."
You're like, yeah,
I was
Dad, I'm
like-
with it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty cool, Dad.
Later, I would go on to have a classic Coke problem. Anyway, Ian, what is your relationship to this song?
Y'all have talked about the 4 and 5 song run on an album, like how the first
Sure.
4 or 5 tracks is like
Sure.
usually determines whether or not like an album is like front loaded or like we talked about Mean Everything to Nothing, various other records.
Sure.
This is one of those records where I mean, like I agree with what Tom said. Like every song on this record is like close to a 10, if not a 10. This is a perfect record. I fucking adore this record. I didn't know if they could top Infinity on High. I was one of the few people I knew who really liked this record, which was weird because I knew a lot of people who ended up being more Fall Out Boy diehards than really I was even. You know what I mean? Like people who like they would have been Mania truthers if Mania had come out at that time. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Yeah, but they were not into
Scorch those people from the earth.
Yeah. We can go there. We can go there again.
Kill them.
I'm talking about...
Hit them as hard as you can.
I'm glad the Mania truthers who listen to this podcast have a good sense of humor because
They seem to.
Yeah.
They seem,
We
they
haven't
seem to
really-
be very
Yeah.
understanding.
Stretched it as far as it can go.
Yeah, as far as mania
Mhm.
hatred goes, we are pretty mild compared to how bad it can get.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kill
I
him is
think
crazy.
I think where it's situated, like between She's My Winona and Head First, I think that it's fucking awesome. It feels different than the rest of the songs that come before it, and I actually like that it's like a little bit. I think it's like a hair slower than Sugar, right? Like tempo wise.
Yeah, it's
Like
definitely
just it's like
Yeah.
and it's the lyrics are awesome. I like how they kind of lean into kind of almost the showman-y aspect that you get to see in the video, like on the performance. I like
Yeah.
the weird guitar work in the verses. I remember the first I don't remember if it was like the very first time I heard it,
The
but like
fucking reggae.
I know
like,
that's what I'm saying, but that was the weird thing that like I remember being younger. One of the first times I heard when I got to like it had to be my first listen, but when I got to that song on the record, I remember feeling like with the big tremolo intro where it's like the major cadence
Yeah.
and then it goes to the first right for the tension and then I remember thinking, oh shit, this is gonna bang. And of course it did, but then when it drops into the you
fucking
cooled him, like, and I was like, I was very surprised. It was jarring. I wasn't sure what to think for a second,
Yeah.
and I rolled with it. The lyrics of this song fucking rule. It's I think it's really cool. I assume this is the case with the title, but I think it's really cool that it's kind of like since it's kind of like a stab at like celebrity culture and like how they're perceived by people and like the media and stuff like that, that it's kind of a nod to like loosely to the film America's Sweethearts. Have y'all seen that?
Mm-mm.
That
No, I have not.
it's like an old, I think it's from like the early 2000s, but like it's like it's spelled correctly, like and it's about like it's about a movie publicist who like he's last to like basically like save his movie because like the two leads like lead actors, they like have a falling out with their relationship or whatever, and it's like
Boy.
I didn't know.
yeah, no, but so it's
Oh.
like I'm pretty sure that I don't know why it wouldn't be that the title's like a loose nod to that. But we can get into the lyrics in just a second in general, but like yeah, no, everything about this song is a beautiful sandwich of everything of why I love this band, and it's one of the things that made them even more of one of my favorite bands instead of just them making another record and me thinking, okay, they're trying to like maintain. It was clear to me like they even like I was like 15 or 16 when this record came out, and it was cool that they weren't just trying to like maintain their status quo. They actually did push it a little bit, and they were like trying to make something that they thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And this song showcases that, I think, more than some of the other songs on the record.
Yeah.
I can't believe this wasn't a hit.
I can't either.
Truthfully.
Oh, I totally
Yeah.
can.
I think that
like,
chorus.
It was just I think I talked about this before. It was just the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair.
this whole world of music had happened. It was done.
Mm-hmm.
This band, it didn't matter what
so-
song. It didn't matter what song they wrote unless it was Four on the Floor.
Yeah,
Like,
it was transitioning into like Lady Gaga and like Kesha and Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Like at the time. Yeah.
Care was kind of a hit though.
I
It
Don't-
was,
I don't
yeah.
care was the only
Mhm.
single that hit from this.
Mhm.
Unfortunately,
That's crazy to think
wild.
about.
Yeah.
Because this was like late 08, right?
Four on
Was
the
this one-
floor, baby.
Yeah. I always associate it with 09 because I was listening to it most then.
That's
but
fair.
like, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is wild.
We got to pull up the Genius annotations for this.
We
when we
will.
get to lyrics.
What
I just
about
wanna
you?
make a note.
Tom,
What's
Yeah,
your
Tom
relationship
just
with this
pointed at me.
I want to know
Yeah,
your
Dawson.
relationship with this song.
On the way up here, I was listening to this song. I listened to the new Pinkest EP first, and it was very good.
Hell yeah! Shut up,
Shut up,
Pincus.
Pincus.
But there are times when we have a song to talk about, and we have to talk about this like just a fucking dog shit ass song that is terrible and should never have been made, like last week's.
Which song was last week?
Was
that
last
was
week.
fucking the one with Wyclef
Oh,
Jean on it.
the song with Wyclef Jean. You've probably never heard it.
It was
which is
it was
awesome for
released in
you.
promotion for the Hella Mega Tour, the day that got announced.
Cool, I'm good.
That's
we can
right.
we can move on to something else. I don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
whatever that is. Holy
Sucks
shit!
ass.
God,
But
damn.
there are times like that when we have to talk about a song like that, and I'm like, why did we do this podcast about this band? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? And then I listened to this song, and I'm like, oh, that's why. Okay, now I remember. All that to say, this song is unbelievable.
Mhm.
It's kind of fucked up how good it is.
Mhm.
Because like you get through the first 3 tracks of this record, and you're like, all right, how are they gonna keep topping it? And then the quality just like keeps fucking going up.
Yeah.
And then after this is Head First Slide, and you're like, how are they doing this?
It's insane.
How are they doing it right now?
I didn't think they could like. That's what I'm saying. Like the first 4 and 5, like the first 5 tracks of this record.
Yeah.
And I mean, even then, like afterward too. But like, it's stupid diverse. Like it's like from like point A to point B, and there's like it doesn't slow down really. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like
it just
more so
boom.
than Infinity on High, which again at the time I didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a better record than Infinity.
I agree.
Yeah.
I used to not
100%.
feel that way, and now I very much do.
I think it's not a contest with this record and the rest of Fall Out Boy's discography.
Yeah.
I think it is pretty clear that this is the best one they've ever made. Maybe will remain that way. Likely will remain that way.
Likely will. Yeah.
But yeah, this track there's a specific moment towards the end of it where like those group vocals are coming in, and then they all drop out, and it's just the 2 guitar parts going like
Yeah.
I could punch a hole in a person.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one time when
I did.
I'm pretty sure one time I did
when
do
me
it.
and Buddha were driving around in our old band, this was like the only record in that band where if like someone put it on in the van, everyone stopped with what they were doing.
You just like pulled headphones out.
And I
yeah.
do remember like something like in the van breaking while we were listening to this song and like just like jumping on, like just beating the shit out of each other or whatever, which happened a lot in that van. But
Yeah.
like some shit like that definitely happened to that part because it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how do you even how do you even write that and go like, guys, we have to keep writing a whole song
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah.
The whole song can't just be this part.
The way it transitions into Head First Slide too is also like I think also kind of like just a fucking masterclass. I think it's just like it perfectly goes into it.
Do they do the thing kind of like when they go from Hum Hallelujah into Golden, where it like
Has a little slight transition.
I'm trying to remember how the transition goes because this is a D major song and that
Yeah.
one's a D minor song.
It does the woo.
Yeah, I'm
thing, a little
just trying to remember
crossfade.
how
Yeah.
the transition goes. Oh, it's the chord and then
Yeah.
there's like the keyboardy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it is a great transition. I listened to the back and forth like 3 times today.
So awesome.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I gotta say about this song because I think it kind of perfectly encapsulates this whole record. Lyrically and musically, this is the right amount of being high on your own supply.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
It's
totally
like just right there.
Yeah.
And then I think post hiatus that scale tends to tip over
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Yeah.
So Much for Stardust is probably the least that it is dipped over.
Sure.
But I think this is like the right amount of it.
I do
that is
think
right
I
there.
do think it is it's I agree with you first of all, but I do think it's worth noting to say that it is noticeably a bit tongue in cheek, a la the first song I was here for, Champagne, like just because we moved units.
Definitely, yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's very similar to that kind of thing.
But in this one,
yeah,
they're moving like serious units,
Right,
And
yeah.
they know it,
yeah.
and they're happy with it, and
Yeah.
they
Well, they know that
could
they
give a
at this point, like, and that's kind of why I think a lot of it is so much about like kind of like lampooning like celebrity cultures, because Pete Wentz actually was at this point in his time a
Genuine
bona fide
A-lister,
celebrity,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
was he still married to Ashley Simpson?
Yep, at this point, yeah.
That was in this era.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. That's great. You remember the Ashley Simpson hoedown, the thing she did on?
Yeah, I watched it the other day. I
Isn't
don't
that
fucking know why. it came up.
Do y'all know what
somewhere
we're
else.
talking about?
Yeah.
Where she-
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
let's tell
You don't
Dawson.
fucking know.
I watched that when it
You
happened.
gotta remember that
Yeah.
just because I am like a couple years younger than
I feel
both
you,
of
yeah.
like
Mhm.
I feel like the monoculture
Mm-hmm.
being the monoculture, I don't think I missed out on things because I was younger.
I feel that,
I
yeah.
was seeing the same shit at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, most of what was happening, like I had the same thing happen where like people 3 or 4 years older than me, like that was more.
Yeah.
I related to what it was. It was all there. I
Do you
understand.
remember when BYOB premiered on fucking VH1?
Why?
Oh,
What do you ask?
it-
Oh, just
it
in
was,
general.
Like
Yeah.
coming home from school and
Mhm.
like like, I think I went to a friend's house,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, the craziest fucking song just came out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like, and they played it, and I was like, oh yeah, that is
Yeah.
the craziest fucking song
I do
I've
remember
ever
hearing
heard.
that song for the first time,
Yeah.
and because it was the second single. The first one was it Cigarro? Or-
That sucks. They should
crazy.
not
It
have
should
made
have
that
been
the first
BYOB.
single.
Yeah.
It-
But it was
we
one of the
should-
things where you do the weird thing first
yeah,
with
yeah.
no video, then you put out the real single.
We
right
should
after.
explain the Ashley Simpson hoedown to
Oh, please.
Dawson.
I would love for Dawson to know
She was
about this.
maimed live television. Metaphorically. Metaphorically.
I
Okay,
can't
so
believe
obviously
that.
you know who
and then
Ashley
she was
Simpson is.
crucified.
Basically,
Oh,
if Twitter,
awesome.
I mean, if Twitter was around, then they would have fucking dragged her.
It was. It just wasn't. Well,
yeah.
no, was it?
I don't fucking
Yeah.
remember.
No,
Yeah.
no.
'Cause Twitter came out
I mean,
like
she was
those-
probably getting dragged on Facebook
on forums.
in status,
Yeah.
in my statuses.
She's
Yeah.
getting dragged on Live Journal.
I'm gonna drag her
What show was it on? Was it on SNL?
It was.
It was on SNL. She lip synced her own songs. The track messed up or whatever, and the band was still playing. So she like messed. I don't remember exactly how she messed up, but the song kept going or it didn't. And basically, she just tried to like do what cartoons do, where she was like, "Oh, it's the jig is up. I'm just going to dance."
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like a
It was
groove.
fucking
Let
insane.
me
It was
let me show you the dance that
Yeah.
she did. So the
Yeah.
tracks are fucking up, very clearly fucking up, and there's probably about a good 20 seconds of like
Of
her
just, like-
and the band like not sure what to do.
Mhm.
This is live TV, and she stops and she's like, I swear to God, she does that exact.
It's like the
dance.
mid
That's
2000s
awesome.
version of a Fortnite dance. Like I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild to think about. And I think that how long after that were they divorced?
Some would say mere minutes. I'm not really sure.
In their hearts.
Some would
Moments.
say. Some
Maybe
would
that
say
was-
mere
that was-
minutes.
I don't know.
That was what did it.
Yeah, but it was an atrocious fucking sad moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that to say, Pete Wentz was a celebrity, so he kind of had the right to write this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying he didn't.
No, I know.
Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying is more so like
Yeah.
there's-
It's the right amount of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this air
Mhm.
on this record of like the exact right time,
Mhm. Yeah.
the exact right place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
to
agree.
Make this
Yeah.
fucking music.
I agree. And
Um,
also, it's like they were. This is just my opinion. I feel like they were leaning into their artistry enough while still making like fucking actual songs.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? That they had the right to be self-aware like that, because usually when an artist makes a record, especially when it's like a pop artist or something like that, like that when they make a record where they're like either tongue-in-cheekly or just straightforward acknowledging their relative levels of success, and then the record's just either mid or it's ass, that makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
like this, and this at least they were like, okay, we know we're making a record for us,
Mhm.
and the people who love us will love it, probably. You know, at least
Yeah.
like that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
You know?
sure that's what ended up happening. Is the people that loved the
Yeah.
band,
Mhm.
Yeah.
loved this record, not
Yeah.
not just people that loved music. They got
Yeah.
big by having songs for people that love music.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
always mean that person is a.
He's
fan
putting
of
air
your
quotes
band.
in the air.
Yeah. Air quotes around.
This is the air quotes voice. Music, and this is how I would normally say music. Music.
Wow.
Wow,
Very
such a stark
informative.
difference.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a little sunshine butterfly, baby.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had a podcast?
Have you ever had a
Yeah.
podcast?
Two?
I've had 2 podcasts.
You know what's also
Those.
really funny about that?
You've
This
also had
wasn't
two podcasts.
well. Not only that, this is not the first time Tom and I have been on a podcast together.
No fucking
wow.
way.
Yeah.
Ian and Tito did a podcast,
You guys are
Yeah.
cheating on us.
and I believe 1 episode came out.
No, it was like 3.
Really? I thought it
It
was
was
just one with Spencer.
No, there was one with Spencer, Carter Harden, and someone else who I can't say. I'll tell you why afterwards. But
Well,
like,
Whoever it is, I'm gonna beat their ass.
no, it's like, but it's really
Do
like,
I-
no. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. But
Okay.
no, there were more episodes that were recorded, and you were one of them, and it never came out. I'm
Okay,
bummed
gotcha.
about that,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it was a good episode. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Hang on.
We talked
Well-
about almost every band that Tom was in. Almost.
Oh,
I was in a lot of bands at the moment.
Yeah.
And even before that, we talked about some mistakes on that podcast.
We did talk about some mistakes. I was in
Jesus.
a lot of hardcore band.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had some podcasts. I had the Team Shithead podcast, which was me and Buddha and Charles when I was in Latin for Truth, and then me, Hosey, and Bert did that espionage podcast for a while.
That's so
We
sick.
stopped doing it because we'd be like, it's gonna be an hour, and then it would take 7 hours to do it because we couldn't all shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Much
No.
like now.
A lot of names.
Similar to
A lot
now.
of names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired. Anyway.
I thought you were Carson.
Yeah. Who
He
are
did
you?
say that earlier. He did say his name was Carson earlier.
He's lying to us.
He's lying to us. He's telling. Carson almost fell backward in his chair.
It's-
Again. He
How
did
often
it
does
on-
this happen? This like
Every episode,
Yeah,
every
it's awesome.
single episode, I almost fall out of the chair. Now I'm just sticking back here.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool, man.
Cool, man. Awesome.
Sorry, I was thinking about
That's
a way
crazy.
to scheme to get you a free chair. And
A
it came
free
out being. I
chair?
swear I was thinking about you. Yeah, there's.
I swear I was thinking about you. Is
Yeah, no,
so
I
funny.
swear to God, I was thinking of your well-being when I made it sound like I didn't give a
Which
fuck
chair?
about you. Something from Monster.
Oh, that'd be
Like a
cool.
gaming chair.
Could you?
Gaming.
Maybe.
I drink so much Monster.
I know.
I could. I'll never drink C4 again if they send me.
You're trying to get one of those gaming racer chairs.
We can
Don't
talk
worry.
about it later.
Those
Why don't you
gaming racist
mind your
chairs.
fucking business? Oh, now I can't get up.
Yep.
Anyway,
Carson is stuck.
Nice.
no, I'm not. You're fucking stuck.
Am I?
Your balls are stuck in your penis.
Not yet.
Not for
it
long.
will be.
Not for
Holy
long.
Yeah.
shit.
Anyway, you
Yeah.
want to get into some lyrics?
Yeah. Oh, someone please pull up the Genius annotations. I took a look at these earlier.
Well,
All right. Well, I got him right here.
Yeah.
God damn it.
pull up the first one for me and
The
read it out
fir-
loud. It's one of the greatest Genius annotations I've ever seen for this fucking.
whoa!
Thanks for the
All
fucking
right, so
visual aid.
the first line of this song is "You could have knocked me out with a in
Yeah,
parentheses feather," and the Genius annotation says.
I feel like we're reading Bible verses
I know.
together.
We're in fucking youth group right now. We all got our Bibles out.
Yeah.
Saith Pete Wentz.
Saith Pete Wentz.
Peter,
you could have
first
knocked
Peter.
Me out with a
First Oh, well, he was actually the second one.
I guess this would be.
The first one was
This
Simon.
would be like fourth Peter. This is the fourth record.
Oh, he was the second Peter.
Yeah, mama.
He's the only
Anyway.
Peter that fucking matters to me
Um,
besides Dr. Peter.
Hmm.
And Peter
Gabriel.
Piper,
Yeah.
who picked a peck of pickled
Read this
peppers.
fucking annotation
All right.
because this is fucking atrocious.
So funny.
It's so fucking dumb.
The annotation says he is admitting to his weakness and fragility with an extravagant metaphor. It is literally impossible to knock someone out with a feather. And there is a hand-drawn picture, watercolored, of a guy fucking slamming someone else on the head with a feather, and it working.
It looks like a baseball player hitting with a feather.
It's a baseball player, and the guy has a comical lump on his
He
head.
looks like Keith Lockhart in the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
smacking this guy.
10 years ago, this annotation was created by Missile Kid, and it was
Missile
accepted by
Kid.
Ewok A.B. DeVito. Fuck
then-
both of those fucking people.
And then 5 years ago, Emily Younger marked it as a stretch.
Oh, thank God. Emily's all we got here.
I really like that Anime Punk marked it as a stretch on the next
Holy
annotation.
On the next anime.
What's the next lyric?
The
I know
next-
you've heard it all before, but we're just hell. Why does it have the falsetto parts in parentheses?
Because people are,
They are-
stupid.
I mean, they are.
The lyric
kind of
is
backup
Hell's
vocals.
Neighbors.
Hell's neighbors.
Which, by the way,
Dawson makes a good point. They are technically backup vocals. So, like,
I don't know. Live, he just goes, "Neighbors, no."
they have not. I know we're not talking about this right now, but they have not played this song live a lot at all.
mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
No, we got Head for Slide in Atlanta last year, but we didn't get this one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
sick. It was
Yeah, I
really
was
sick.
surprised it hasn't really come up on.
I do
the
want to
store.
shoot myself in the head at both of those pieces of information
Sorry.
because I haven't seen them live.
That was one of the best shows I've ever seen. Anyway.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Played
so
my
awesome
favorite
for
Fall
you.
Out Boy
People
song
like
at
to
your
claim
show.
they're bad boys or bad girls for some reason. Fall Out Boy are claiming the same thing, except with more sincerity and with a more serious tone. Like they are close to hell and they are going through a lot and act dangerously.
I really like.
They are going through a lot.
The next time someone asks me like, "Hey, how come you haven't been around lately?" I would say, "I've been going through a lot and I'm acting dangerous.
I'm acting dangerously.
I'm moving dangerous."
I'm going through
I'm
a
going
lot.
through a lot and I'm acting
I'm
dangerously.
acting
I don't know what to
dangerous.
tell you.
Fuck.
I'm going through a lot. I'm acting dangerous.
I'm
Yeah.
acting dangerous.
I think soon maybe I'll be a fashion girl who does something interesting.
I think soon maybe I'll act a little dangerous.
Why won't the world revolve around me? The anthem of famous people, or honestly, people in general. Fame corrupts and selfishness is already in human nature. This line is making a point. Pete Wentz does it in a witty, tongue-in-cheek sort of way, but there is definitely some truth to it. In fact, he can probably relate to this line at times. Who can't?
Who can't?
There's a
That's-
fucking GIF from the video underneath the
Yeah,
annotation.
the GIF is hilarious.
And all GIFs are unflattering, but this one makes it look like Patrick Stump is having a stroke.
It makes it look like they are having sex in front of the microphone.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like they're two fish
This is from the
trying
music
to
video.
breathe.
Yeah.
It's just them going whap 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 over
Pete
it.
Wentz looks like in this.
I don't know if I could keep that.
I don't know, he
in.
looks like
edit it if you text yourself. Edit it if
he
you
looks
want.
like an extra from the newer Cats movie.
That's a good point.
Oh,
Actually, it's true.
Jesus.
Someone commented, "She's pretty odd." Said this comes back to conforming to the overall album topic of narcissism, as wanting the world to revolve around oneself is selfish.
Yeah, this is what
You
I'm
don't
talking
say.
about. This is what I'm talking about with the high on their own supply thing. It's because
Yeah.
Dawson's text for the edit made me laugh.
And
Can you
we
say
can't.
it?
No,
Can you
we
send you
can't
another
because then I'll
text?
No,
have,
I
I might
can't.
have to edit it out again.
Exactly.
Then
Check
you have
the
to send me
Patreon
another.
for the published text.
No.
Continue.
This is what I'm talking about.
My
This,
Cash App card as you said that, just declined the transaction for this Patreon. for
God,
this
man,
podcast.
get your
Damn.
money up, not your funny up.
that's
Damn.
crazy, dude.
It's my Cash App card. I'm keeping my money.
Do you have the RSS feed?
Yeah.
Because you can just post that.
Yeah, but I try to give you
Only
guys
pay
money
once.
that I don't have because I care about you guys.
Please don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is payday for this podcast.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why it
epic.
declined
Yeah.
my card.
That reminds me, I've been paying for Bert's Twitch for like 6 years, and he hasn't streamed in like 4. Every month he gets $5 from me, motherfucker.
That's
He knows that we
passive
talk about all
income,
the time.
baby.
It is. I'm very passively paying that, man. Do you guys like this line, or what do you think this line means? In my dreams, trees grow all over the streets.
I saw an interesting note about that online. I think it might have been on one of the annotations, but I'm not sure.
The one about how money, it's a play
Yeah,
on phrase
yeah,
that money
it's
doesn't
like-
grow on trees.
Yeah, and I mean, it could honestly be that, but I'm not sure. I think that personally, I don't even know that that's the actual line. Hang on, let me go back to Spotify because I think Spotify has a different line there.
Spotify is often wrong.
It says "build my dreams" on Spotify. Trees grow all over the street. It's different on Spotify, and that's.
I don't think that's correct.
I'm
I don't
almost
think that's
positive
correct.
he says in my dreams.
Yeah,
in my
I'm
dreams,
almost
yeah.
1,000%.
No, I know.
Spotify
I'm not
is-
saying
yeah.
empirically that the Spotify ones are correct. I'm
Yeah.
saying that I think but I'm saying the other one I don't think might be the line.
You guys should buy a physical copy of each record and have it in the booklet.
I
for
have
reference.
I
this
agree.
record.
Yeah.
That
I
would
just
be,
didn't bring it with me.
The archive would be good.
I
Yeah,
think,
I've
um,
never bought this record. Yeah.
Tom,
I do have
Tom
this.
fucking critiquing our podcast. Like, just like, why don't you have a fucking archive ready to go, bitch?
Well, a part of being a good friend is to point out to your friends when they are massively fucking up.
What if I picked
Yeah.
you up by the top of your head and threw you into the wall?
Straight up, if you did that, all I would be able to do is just go, hell right. Because that's fucking crazy.
Here's a pro tip for all of our listeners. Spotify lyrics are often provided by Music X Match, which is user submitted and often wrong.
Yeah.
So if you have an argument about what a lyric is and then you bring up the Spotify version of the lyrics, you have a strong chance of looking really stupid.
There's I think maybe a DoorDash or it's a Grubhub ad on Genius right now with Snoop Dogg, and in watching it with no sound does make Snoop Dogg maybe look like a dictator.
You know what's really funny about Snoop Dogg and no sound? Did you see the thing earlier today about that?
No.
Okay, apparently for the last 3 or 4 days, he has been streaming mute on Twitch because he muted himself on Twitch the other day and he forgot to turn it off.
Fucking awful.
No way.
It's so crazy that you said Snoop Dogg and no sound because that's like literally like in the
That's what's
culture
happening
right
right
now.
now.
That's literally happening probably
That's
as we
so
speak.
fucking funny.
To answer your question, Tom, I think that annotation from that person I think is probably the least or one of the least stupid annotations because I think it could
Yes.
have to do with that.
Yeah.
Like where people say the whole like money doesn't grow on trees. It's kind
Yeah.
of like that little like well in my dreams trees like just him. It's kind of like a celebrity not living in reality or like money is everywhere because
Yeah.
I say it is
Hold
blah
your
blah
mic a
blah.
little.
I think it's
you know.
I think it's very funny to like be like
Mhm.
kind of like self-aware like this.
Yeah.
But in actuality, they were making so much fucking money at this
Yeah,
time that like,
they could say that.
yeah, that they
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
Like it's almost so it almost comes out as like a Gucci Mane brag or something
and somehow
like that. Like,
somehow
it's cool.
still less money too than they would make the following decade. Worth noting.
True. True.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I wish when the music industry was profitable.
Dude. Yeah, even then, it was like a touch and go like kind of thing, even for the bigger artists.
Oh,
Like,
Or
but
at
I get
least-
what
They were
yeah.
at least selling CDs at that time.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
steal this record?
I stole this record on the internet.
I stole it
and
in-
at FYE.
Holy-
Oh shit!
Holy
Genius
fuck.
started playing.
I do really like the second verse a lot, and I remembered how much I liked this line when I was listening to it on the way here. You can bow and pretend that you don't know you're a legend. Time hasn't told anyone else yet. I like that. It's from what I gather from that, it's essentially insinuating that it's like you're at that kind of like what you're saying. You're at that sweet spot where like you haven't like fallen from grace yet. You haven't been dethroned from your pedestal. Like it's like no one has said anything else yet.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I
I think
mean?
it's
Like-
interesting that they were referencing this record so much on so much for Stardust because, like it does feel like
Mhm.
they finally have like fallen from good graces in some aspects, and
Right.
I think a lot of that, mindset had seeped into them, and they're like, oh, all the things we did not want to be, we have become.
Yeah.
Guys,
Maybe it's not that deep, but I don't know.
No,
I want that to be the truth.
I feel like in some ways that's the case. I've made the like, because you know, like especially like really like in it deep Fall Out Boy fans like will create conspiracy theories about like the whole like their whole trajectory of their career. I don't know that I'm like I'd say it was this premeditated, but there's an aspect to the trajectory of their career post hiatus that you could kind of say was almost like self-fulfilling prophecy. Like they kind of wanted to just because they came back and they were like, well, we're just gonna do more of what we want and we're gonna write a lot of songs, and some of them aren't good, but like some of them are gonna be, like some of them are definitely going to be like commercial hits that we can work with and that our label will want to work with.
I just watched an interview with them where they were like, we thought we had to play the hits like all the time at shows.
Yeah.
And then we realized that like, and they're like, we realized we were playing the same set list like every show. And they were like, we also realized no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
So we're just playing whatever we want live now.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so fucking
That's
cool.
a pitfall I think most of the bands of like their not just their generation, but their generation and size like fell into. I feel like I love Jimmy Eat World, but I feel like Jimmy Eat World has kind of fallen there. Now the thing is Jimmy Eat World has enough good songs to pad out a really good set list with stuff that the fans love, but it's essentially deep cuts, but they always have to close with the middle. They always have to play Sweetness sometime before that. They have to play the singles from Futures before that. They can't really play. Invented is a great record, and they don't play half the stuff Invented. I'm just using that as a parallel to say, like, I think Fall Out Boy realized, especially like after the show last year, the deep cuts that people love, that are like fan favorites, they know they can pull those out, and even stuff they just want to play, and it's going to make people stoked. You know what I mean? Which is really cool. Like, I mean, that's a good, sweet place to be.
If you watched fucking Blink-182 during the entire Matt Skiba era, you were being reamed by like just seeing the same fucking shit for fucking 4 years in a row of just them decimating you playing the rock show for the 7 millionth time third.
That's awesome.
Damn.
God, it was like, just shit like that. Yeah, it's a bummer to see old man bands.
It's a pitfall.
Just fucking do that.
Churning out the hits.
Yeah, so it's dope that they stopped doing that.
Weezer's kind of in that space now.
They are and they aren't. I feel like they're one of those ones that they can kind of like get away with pulling out weird left field deep cuts. Not the way Fall Out Boy
I've never
can.
seen them do it though.
I've watched like just sets where they've done a couple songs where I'm like, oh,
interesting.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen them, it's like the one Pinkerton song we get is El Scorcho.
Yeah.
And like, I'm happy to hear all the Blue Album stuff. And just to inform the listeners, I do have tickets to the Blue Album tour.
Yeah.
This summer.
If you want to assassinate Carson, now's your chance.
Yeah. Well, it's not the Atlanta date. It's the Austin, Texas date.
Oh.
If you're in
Well,
Texas
if
and
you're
you
in
want to
Texas and you
own a gun,
assassinate. Yeah.
if you want to pull a Kennedy
where you're
on
gonna
Carson,
go. I'll be on the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Second shooter.
You know what's crazy? You know what's so crazy is that you and Dan made that video. Like when y'all were in, like from the grassy knoll, like where you went to the
Me
spot.
and Marty did.
Oh,
Me
you
and
and
Marty,
Marty,
me and
yeah,
Marty
yeah.
hard styled over the spot.
And you called me and you were like, me and Marty like hard style over the spot. And you're like, it's a pretty good shot. And I was like, I'm not buying it. So then I went there with Samantha when I was there for So What, and I was like looking at this and I was like, it's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Like, you know? It's crazy.
What do you mean, like from the Texas School Book Depository to that spot? Like, it's a hard
like
shot.
It's insane. Like it's
impossible.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the idea would have to be that it has
We
to
can't.
curve.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah. We can't go there.
Cannot get started on this.
Okay, yeah, I know.
You know
will
what?
be
I know what you're
We
going
will
to
be
say.
here for another hour.
We can do that on the Patreon.
Oh man.
His wife had a fat ass.
Ian, like I'm like no joke having to calm down so that
I
I,
know.
don't just like information dump.
Here's a
on you.
subject change. You guys want to hear a really funny annotation?
Yeah.
So on the line, you can bow and pretend that
It's a hard
you
shot.
don't know you're a legend. Oh, the annotation is when Folie à Deux was released, which this is going to be important in a second. It is correctly capitalized and has the accent over
Mhm.
When Folie à Deux was released, Fallout Boy, as in the video game series Fallout, and then lowercase boy, had achieved so much, such as Nickelodeon's Australian Kids' Choice Awards. Fave song, Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Award single, best video for Thanks for the Memories, and This Ain't a Scene, It's an Arms Race. So lyric is Pete talking to himself and reflecting on the band's achievements.
I don't think
So
that's
awesome.
true.
This is an unreviewed annotation.
Clearly.
Yo, my review of that one, kill him. That sucks. I do remember that during this era that like
Mhm.
a lot of these bands were on like the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards thing was like a big deal
It
for like
was.
tweens and things
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So sure, but I guarantee to whoever wrote that annotation, if you're reading this, that was just important to you. Like, I
Or-
mean that unoffensively. That was important to you. That was not important to the band.
They're also very clearly Australian. I didn't know there was even an
I didn't even know there was
Australian
on
Kids' Choice.
Australia.
Yeah.
Australia just seemed like a foreign concept to me, and not just the fact that it's not a nation that I'm from.
Tom's played music there, and he doesn't even know.
I didn't go there.
Oh, really?
No.
I thought since you did Japan, you did Australia.
No, surprisingly, we decided to not save
To
money.
make less money.
Yeah, we just decided to go over there and just fucking get reamed.
Nice.
Actually,
My-
it was pretty awesome.
My daughter watches Bluey, and this will all make sense as to why I'm saying that in a second. So it's an Australian cartoon.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I was
shit,
like,
I had no idea.
yeah, it's
Okay.
insane.
It is, yeah.
And I was telling, I don't remember how we were on the subject of Australians, but I was telling my friend this the other day, and I said, I was like, yeah, I hear Australian people talk every day, and she asked me in earnest, she said, do you have Australian schizophrenia? And I said, no, I just watch Bluey a lot because my daughter. does.
Good eye, me.
Can you imagine?
Good eye,
Hearing 9 or 10 voices a day, and they're all you. And it's just
Sorry.
Good eye, me.
Good eye, me really took me out.
Wonderful weather for shrimp on the barbie.
Oh, good God. Ugh.
Fucking rocks. I'm gonna find another lyric to fucking stare at.
I got a very
You couldn't knock
interesting-
me out with a feather, motherfucker.
I got an interesting Bluey discussion for later, probably.
yeah.
But
Bluey, your
Gets a-
dick.
Bluey gets a
Whoa.
little risque
holy
sometimes.
shit!
I guess because there's not a lot of. Do we want to talk about the classic Coke lyric?
We haven't gotten to
We
the
we
pre-chorus
kind of
yet.
have
Oh,
already
chorus.
talked about
Yeah.
it.
Let's just talk about the pre-chorus in general.
Well, we didn't
Yeah.
talk about Downset 1, Hut,
Yeah.
Media Blitz.
Media Blitz.
I think that lyric's kind of dumb, but I like
It's
it.
pretty.
I like it. Yeah.
Fall Out Boy has a million lyrics that I like the point, and I'm like, at least you made the point, even
Yeah.
if you said something kind of hilarious.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
and this is a hilarious thing to
That
say.
one's pretty hilarious. Kind of the same. Well, I'm in love with my own sins is not hilarious, but it's also like I love the chorus. I don't know if I don't love
Mhm.
that lyric. I love that lyric in this song
Mhm.
Mhm.
with how it flows in that. But if
Mhm.
I was in a band now and someone was like showing me this song's about how like sometimes I think my own shit doesn't stink.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And they showed me I'm in love with my own sins. I'd be like, you need to rap that. Like, do
what
that
if it was
better.
your bandmate being like, I love incest and sibling marriage, and the lyric was, I'm in love with my own sis.
Then I would simply say, really, Nolan?
Does that come from a personal place, Carson?
Really? Nolan? Because you're an only child, Nolan.
Who is this?
So it couldn't be about your sis, and the only other feminine figure in your family is your mother.
So
Are you trying to have sex with your mom, Nolan?
Nolan has
And that's
regular-
exactly how it would go.
yeah.
Nolan has
So
regular
your-
sister schizophrenia.
Your problem with
non-Australian.
this lyric is not that he's trying to have sex with his sister, but that he could potentially.
No, my
be
problem
having
is that
sex
he's
with
not
his
letting
mom.
me have sex with his sister.
Oh,
clearly.
okay.
Nolan and I have been on a podcast together.
You guys have? Movie
Weirdly
podcast?
enough, yeah.
Monacos?
Yeah, Monacos.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Nolan played in Vatican and plays in the band Agonize with Me. You'll recognize him by being bald
And
looking like a police
extremely
officer.
tall.
and being extremely tall and jacked.
I watched him do a flip into a pit last year that was the scariest thing
Oh yeah,
I'd
dude,
ever
he
seen.
broke that kid's leg.
That's
Holy
my
shit!
God.
so
He
awesome.
broke like a known Punisher's leg.
That's awesome.
wild.
There was like rejoicing. I can't say anything else. That might have been the exact moment where Mackie got his fucking head opened up too.
I think Mackie did get his head
Mackie's
opened
head
up.
was
Yeah,
bleeding.
Mackie's head was seriously
But
bleeding.
yeah, and if you
Can
watch
you believe that
videos of that
motherfucker
moment,
was-
multiple people go, "Oh!" and Nolan breaks that guy's leg.
Dude, the part that you don't get to see on any of the videos is Nolan tapping me and going, "Check this out," and then doing it. And I was like, "What the
yeah,
fuck?"
it was a pretty insane gainer from that man.
Check
It was
this
awesome.
out.
No, Nolan just being like, "Check this out," and then just going for it. And I was like, "Ah!"
Yeah, he fucked some people up. It was good.
He really, really
He's awesome.
did.
I'd be too terrified of seriously injuring somebody to do that, and I'm glad to see that there's somebody out there who does not have that concern.
Nolan's awesome.
Me and Nolan actually had a discussion about stage diving about 3 weeks before that because we were at a different show where he did something similar, and he goes, "If I see the moment, kind of regardless of the band, if I see the moment where I know that I'm gonna be fine, I'm not gonna get fucked up, but someone else is gonna get fucked up, I'm going for it." And I was like, "That's fucking awesome.
going for it.
If I can see that guy and I go, I'm gonna fuck him up.
I'm gonna kill that guy
If I can see
with
him.
my hands
If I can't
and my legs.
Lore goes deep. Anyway, what do we think about the line in the second verse after the one I was just talking about? Yeah, sorry, I just, in parentheses, let my love loose again. What do y'all think that means?
Is that about coming and jizzing?
That's
It
Wait,
sounds like
did
it's
he
about
actually
his-
say yes, sorry in the song?
No, it's just in parentheses. But it is like, well, I think actually
It's
it
like
is,
a
yeah.
spoken.
No,
yeah,
yeah,
but
it's like,
yeah,
yeah,
That's the thing,
sorry.
I need to pay attention.
But it's, yeah, sorry, I just let my love loose again. But it's after the time hasn't told anyone else yet. And end of the second verse. Is it about his penis?
I don't want
Is he
cum
coming
jokes in
and
my
jizzing?
music. I don't think they're funny. It doesn't make me laugh.
Okay.
Normally,
But
but yeah.
This works.
I never knew the yeah, sorry part.
Mhm.
Earlier today when I was listening to this song, I was like, I don't like the let my love loose again line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's yeah, sorry, I just, and it's coming right after him saying, you don't know you're a legend, time hasn't told anyone else yet. Yeah, sorry, I just let my love loose again. That's the context, the setup.
Do you think that
I
that's
came
like
too early.
I'm jerking myself off though?
I'm zerking my
Yeah,
shit
I mean,
right
it
now.
could-
'Cause the
I
line
mean, yeah,
before
I think everything in this is like is
Yeah.
is
Masturbatory.
shitting on
Yeah.
being self-masturbatory.
This
Yeah.
whole
Did you see
song
the
is-
article about Billie Eilish saying she masturbates in front of the mirror?
Yeah, I did see
Yeah,
that.
that's
thing.
crazy.
This song's about her.
That article came out at like 10 a.m.
That that article.
Someone's morning.
And I woke up and I looked at that and I was like, I just woke up. That's crazy.
It is 10 o'clock in the
You woke
morning.
up to that news.
I
It's
woke
weird
up-
'cause,
I
like-
woke up to the news of Billie Eilish zerking it in the mirror, and I was like, okay, what
Some
am I
people
supposed
woke
to do
up
with
to
that
9/11.
information?
Dawson woke up to that snap.
I woke up to
It's-
an extremely sexual Billie Eilish interview.
It's
Yeah.
just weird because she's like permanently 17 to me.
I guess. Yeah,
Like, I can't
she
think
got
of-
big when she was like 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now
I think
she's
older than that, or younger than that even, because I don't think she was quite 16 when Ocean Eyes came out.
I think she
Because
was like
that's what popped
15.
up,
Yeah.
I don't. I know she was young
yeah.
when that came out.
She's
which is
just,
crazy.
she's a year younger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Goddamn.
crazy. Holy shit! That's
and I'm
crazy.
10 years younger than Tom,
Yeah.
which is a crazy, crazy thing.
Some say the gap will only get bigger as I age, and you simply get smaller and smaller, withering away into but a mote of dust.
Sort of a Benjamin
Oh.
Button type of scenario.
As John Mackey would say, a mote of crumb
A
of
mote of-
choach.
It's crazy that fucker just played in Greece.
Crazy that he's covered in grease right now. I'm sure he just posted a fucking picture of him at a Mexican restaurant. I know what he's like when he's eating with his hands.
Someone
be
correct me if
grim.
I'm wrong, but
Okay.
Dawson's ready. Tom just stood up beside me.
Careful.
You can stay standing up.
Careful.
My ass hurts.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you want to stand up?
Opposite day.
Oh.
Whoa!
What
Holy
what am I?
shit.
What are we
I'm
potentially
scared
correcting you
now.
about?
I don't think this is the first time in their discography that this happened or this kind of delivery happened, but I remember being younger and really noticing it and picking it out and associating it with the delivery of another vocalist in this kind of sort of in this scene. The "I must confess" line. First of all, the just anecdote about that, the way it's delivered differently in each part of the chorus, so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That it's so cool the way the "but I must confess" line. But the I, like the hard I vowel. But this feels, at least to me when I first listened to this record, I remember almost associating it, not saying it sounds like, but almost associating it with the way Claudio Sanchez says eyes, like in Coheed and Cambria, where he does like the really, like the I, like, you know, like that.
Yeah.
And
also the lady from Skillet. I care of the flower.
pretty sure she's not, well, never mind. That's
Huh?
I'll tell you that off pod.
Okay.
But
She died.
not yet. But
Whoa.
Do you have a holy mission, Ian?
no, but Skillet thinks they do.
Oh,
That's a whole
They
other
do
thing.
that. I used to make fun of people who like Skillet, like, your favorite band's named after cookware. And then Tito called me and said, we're changing our name to Microwave. And I was like, fucking, god damn.
But
Continue.
yeah, no. Is this the first time that noticeably that, because I don't feel like well, no, it's there's like it's
can't do it by myself. That song.
Yeah,
This is on that one.
It happens in Infinity on High. I feel like I'm blanking on the other times where the hard I is there.
I feel like he probably did more, but I'd have to like really sit and consider.
Because like he doesn't quite do it on Sugar We're Going Down back like 2 albums before this. We're like, I'm watching you two from like doing the thing that most people, mommy, I'm watching, you know.
No, I don't know if he did. I mean, at this point, he was really into vocalizing and not enunciating anymore. So
I was about to bring that up, that this is like
I like that about this record.
This is the last.
I like it.
Yeah.
This is the last single where he does not care about enunciation at
Correct.
all.
That's kind of that's
like
leaning into what I'm saying.
Like even the rest of the singles off this record, he's like much better about it. This one, he does not fucking care at all. Like the
you good.
That line's funny to me because like I remember reading an interview with him where he said that he made a conscious effort to sing lower on this record so that people could sing along with the record easier.
Oh, that's hilarious.
really funny.
Like, and I mean, he's so
I sang it lower so you could sing along
but
better.
Like,
dude.
like you could have
trying to make
so
it easier
low,
for
and then
you
when
idiots because you're all
does
fucking stupid.
the old headlights viewing all of you
Old
again,
headlights,
everybody-
slipping model glue again.
Slipping model glue
And
again.
no one can fucking hit
Perfect
that.
model
Yeah.
glue again. What was I gonna say?
Almost like
One of my favorite parts of the song is after the bridge when everything cuts and he does the "Let's hear it for Americas." It does like contrary harmony where since he's going up the D major, it goes the other harmonized vocal goes down.
Yeah,
that's a really fucking
it's super sick,
awesome moment. That always sticks out to me as like a very clear example of that kind of harmony.
Yeah.
There's what's the drum moment that I really like? Oh, when he says "you can bow and pretend," the little quick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sick.
And then
So
the
sick.
baka. There's so many. I love this record. The drums on this record.
The drums on this record are so sick.
This is where I feel like Andy Hurley was trying to like. It's like I don't even know if this was a conscious effort because I think he's just doing his thing and having a good time most of the time. But like it almost feels like he was
straight edge.
being straight edge.
Which is sick.
Yeah. I think he's. It almost feels like. I'm dropping my point. That was pretty good.
Tom
just
walked out of the room.
Make your point. I really didn't mean to be.
I don't remember what it was. Something about Andy Hurley's drumming.
He was making a conscious effort to fucking
burp
to
on
fucking
the mic.
rock. That's all.
rock.
That's
To
all.
fucking rock and roll.
There's
To
a
fucking
video.
be a hardcore guy in a massive band.
What's
He
the
cooked a
song
lot on this record.
Mania?
He really did.
About is it called Church?
No. Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the one like if you were church, I get on my knees. That song.
Yeah.
There's a video of Patrick
If
Stump
you were
going through the demo.
Yeah.
And he shows like whatever the original drum beat was, and it was very like not rockish. And he says he showed it to his wife, and the reason they ended up changing it was because his wife said, "Can you imagine Andy Hurley playing this? like he's not gonna do it and have fun."
Yeah,
That's
And
awesome.
my friend, I remember when I would listen to this record with my friend Matt, who is a drummer, he would be like, "This shit sucks." Like you listen to like all the pop punk stuff they did, like the first record, and there's so like you can tell he's just having fun. He's not having any fun on this record. And I was like, motherfucker, he had like there's so much cool drum shit.
Yeah,
on
there's
this.
a lot of cool
that
drum shit.
What's the ship gold standard part right before the second verse?
Oh yeah.
The shuffle where he changes where the hi hat is.
Yeah.
That is like
That's nuts.
that's my other like like break something in the van part.
Also,
on
like
this record.
I can't help but notice too, like it's like processing aside, like production aside and everything with just the drums, just the performance, like compared to like Take This to Your Grave and fucking Under the Cork Tree. You can tell that on Infinity and on this record that Andy's just smacking the shit out of the drums. Like
Awesome.
he hits so hard, and he hits hard live too. Like when I was watching him last year, I was like, holy fuck, dude!
Yeah,
Like
that guy hits hard as nails.
like it's like you don't there has to be a gate or something like on like every time like they're or like just
Maybe
in general unless he has to do like the really intricate rolls because he's just like he's going for it even when
Yeah,
he's
he
like
is going for
in
it.
like the Zen like stone faced mode. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a shredder live. I think he's
Yeah.
a really underappreciated
I agree.
drummer. Also because he doesn't like to talk up the fact that he's actually good.
Yeah.
Um,
He's good at making things very, very dancey, even when it's not like a dancey part traditionally. Too, he's got the Ringo thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
So true,
we
Beth.
kind of have to
This
wrap
song
this
rocks.
up. We are at an hour 21 minutes. So
Tom,
Your name's
rank this
Tom.
song. Your name's Tom.
and it forever will be until next time. I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10.
Because of the "Let My Love Loose Again" line.
No, I just don't think like it out of the singles. Actually, no. I mean, I just think this song rocks. It's just not a 10. I don't really
I
have
feel you.
Yeah.
like a big like this one thing bucks over. There's a couple of things where I'm like, it's not a perfect song. You know, a perfect song on this record is Head First Slide.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big time.
That song just has way more fucking vibe to me. Disloyal Order, Coffees for Closers, Ship Gold Standard. Those are like my 10s. Pretty much everything else on this record is a 9, except for maybe West Coast Smoker might be an 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
I was
in
gonna
general.
say.
And I don't even know if I actually feel that way about that at all. Just
I'm
like
ripping your throat out with my bare hands.
sometimes I want to die.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, sure.
Well, hit me up next time that happens. and then I'll-
HMU and KYS. But yeah, I'm going with a 9. What about you, Ian?
What about you?
On the way here, I was feeling it was like an 8 out of 10 because I do love this song. Kind of for the same reasons you were saying. Like it has all the it factor stuff that I love from this era of Fall Out Boy, which is arguably my favorite era, besides So Much for Stardust, because I am a big defender of that record.
Record rock?
And it's amazing.
record.
I think it's incredible. I think it's every bit as good as this record. I'll die on that hill. But
I wouldn't go that far.
But no, I that's what I'm saying. Like, and I know we differ in opinion on that a little bit, but I think the more I talked about this song, it doesn't have that thing that my absolute favorite tracks have from this record, or from, and also that from just their discography in general.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I would give it a solid 9 out of 10 too, because it's like it's a damn near perfect song for like what it is, especially.
Yeah.
It also, I think this isn't a criticism in like a bad way, but it's more like this is like the note for me with a lot of songs. When the bridge just repeats half of the what the intro did already, like lyrically and also musically. I don't think it's a lazy decision, especially with this one, but I do think that it is an opportunity to do something else and make a bigger statement. This song doesn't go there. It's very comfortable just bringing back the beginning, bringing back the first half of the first verse. And to me, that almost feels like a missed opportunity, but this song bangs, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I'll put it squarely at a 9 out of 10. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Also, it does the second half of the second verse rule, which is awesome, making that what I would call the most important line. Not the "Let My Love Loose" part, but the part before that.
Oh, okay.
The time was,
Gotcha.
time hasn't said any,
I think this song is a 9.
I guess I'm the only one going 10.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree.
I think I have too much of an emotional connection to this song to judge it fairly.
That's good.
That's fine,
That's a good
yeah.
reason
It's a
to
very
give it
good
that extra
reason.
point.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I don't give it a 10 is because Head First Slide is right after this.
Mhm.
And that is like...
Better song.
Yeah.
Undeniably
Yes,
better song.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I remember the first time I heard this song. I don't remember how I felt the first time I heard this song.
Mhm.
I remember the first time I heard Head First Slide, and I also remember how I felt,
Yeah.
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 which was like, whoa,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I will say same.
Yeah.
Better song and also like same reaction where I was like, you can't do that.
It's like, how are you
Especially
doing
right
that?
after this.
Right after
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fucking song.
After
I will
those first
say-
3 songs too.
This song though, unfuckwithable song.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Unfuckwithable song.
Absolutely.
It's
For
just
sure.
how it goes with this
It's
record.
crazy that you feel the exact same way, like emotional weight about this that you do about Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea. It's like unbelievable to me that like you give them both like perfect 10s, but
Yeah.
gave them that extra point
Uh-huh.
purely because of like your emotional attachment to them.
What
Mm-hmm.
are you trying to do to me right here? Huh? Just for that, you don't get to spin the wheel.
If I was
Damn.
milk tea, you know what when you were I'm gonna cut that joke off. You know how you were saying you'll die on that hill? Why does Nolan say that they'll die on that grassy knoll?
That is good.
Not to go back, but like that's the grassy knoll I'll die on.
I'll die on that grassy knoll.
Because no one died on the we're not gonna go there.
Someone did.
Yeah.
Well, one guy did.
One guy. in
Allegedly.
particular.
One
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
Allegedly.
He was a great man.
She did have a huge ass.
Allegedly.
His head could do that, and he undid it the moment he was off camera.
Have I ever told you about my idea for a President Deathmatch video game for the PS2?
No.
Oh.
Well,
Would you care to
don't now.
elaborate?
Yeah.
Well, don't do it now.
I think I want to hear about that shit.
Well, they all have cool finisher moves, and John F. Kennedy's was pretty cool.
Was it? Does he do that thing?
I'm not
with
gonna
his
say.
head?
I don't want to spoil it.
You don't
We'll
want to
save that
Are
for
you
the
gonna,
Patreon
Spoil it
episode.
for
The
a
game's
video game?
about to come out.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna make the game? Is what you're saying?
No, but Rockstar is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Who's spinning this wheel?
You are because Ian said that I liked a terrible song.
I was just talking about when we did,
Spin the
Yeah,
wheel.
right.
Dawson, roll out the red carpet.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Follow our bands at the Callistyle Boys on Instagram, at Callistyle Boys on Twitter. Follow my band at Bummer Hill, ATL on Twitter, at Bummer Hill on Instagram. Follow the podcast at The Dreaded Wheel. Subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/The Dreaded Wheel. Follow Tom at Tom Riffs everywhere, and follow Ian at Ian Joshua Riley, and also listen to Ian's band, a band called Love.
Oh, and
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 If you give money to any hardcore band, there is a chance that the money goes to Tom in some way. So
One nickel. I'm also in a band called Agonize now.
Agonize.
And,
That is
the so-
different from the last time you were on the pod.
The social media is, I think, Agonize 912, but whatever. Just that's the band. I'm
you
in.
should also his other band, Latin for Truth.
Oh, I was in
Yeah.
a band called Latin for Truth.
You
that
should
no
give
matter
money to
how
them.
many times some people in the band keep saying, "Let's get back together." Just so you guys know, stop posting Facebook statuses and tagging me. We're not doing it. A little direct.
You should give
isn't
their
it?
band money though, because then they will get back to you.
I don't fucking need it. What's the song?
Oh,
that's a great song.
That's a
That's a
great
great
song.
song.
Wow, it's Lake
Wow.
Effect Kid. It's Lake Effect Kid.
Effect Kid.
Great
everybody.
song.
Holy
Question:
shit.
Did you have on there the demo from the mixtape and
no,
the
but I
current
will
version?
now. I could.
You could also just discuss both.
I think
We
we
could
just
just
discussed
discuss
both on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
episode.
That just
Yeah.
would be a crazy meta thing
Yeah.
to have to do a
Yeah.
whole episode about the minute
Oh my
and
God.
40 version second.
That's awesome.
We still haven't gotten From Now On We're Enemies.
Nope.
That's
There's a-
I've
it's
never
a
heard
big
that song.
wheel.
You've never heard that
Yeah,
song?
when everyone was like, they played that in Atlanta, I was like, I would have been mad because I don't know what that
That's
is.
my favorite Fall Out Boy song. And also Carson's.
I have it
It
downloaded.
was my favorite before it was your favorite.
It's on my
That's
phone
not
and I
true.
keep forgetting. Every time I get on a plane, I'm like, I'm going to listen to that song, and then I play Solitaire on my iPad because I'm an iPad baby.
Well, everyone, thank you for listening again. Go play solitaire with your grandma. Bye.